going on, everybody? It is your host here again, Lydie Paul, the beautiful Lydie Paul, and Joel Simmons. We are so glad to be here with you again. We've been on a roll with these shows. I've just been so enjoying them. We hope that you are as well. So, we want to remind everyone before we dig in deep that today we will be talking about foundational rules. All right, looking the person in the eyes. And Lydia is going to go deep, deep, deep into this subject. We're going to have a great conversation. But before that, we want to remind everybody, please visit Lydia at All About Families on her YouTube and make sure that you subscribe, you follow. All right. And then you can also visit me at the Tenacity Foundation YouTube and subscribe and follow. All right. We're so excited. Let's get into it. Lydia, what do you have for us?
Yes. So, hi everyone. Hi Joel. I am so excited, so happy to have another episode so we can dig into the first step. Look at the person in the eyes. You know that first step might seem insignificant, but it is so important. It's crucial. So, the first thing that as a parent you need to teach to your child is to learn to look at the person in the eyes. This step will follow your child his or her whole life. The child will need it for his personal life, but also professional life. And that's why, Joel, I really want to talk about it because you mentor the teen and the young adults. So also you can share how important it is and why it's important as well to learn that at an early age. You know, I was reading a book, and the person was saying that when I want to hire, okay, listen up. When I look to hire someone, I check if the person look in my eyes to hire someone because he said that so now I can see if the person is focused, if the person can be part of the culture of my company, and if the person will be able to be part of the team. If the person look down or look around and cannot just stay focused on me, stay focused on what I say, I know it's not going to be a good fit. And when I read those lines, I said, wow, this is exactly why it is so important to teach your child at a younger age. I'm talking about as early as 3 years old to look at the person in the eyes, because when you look at the person in the eyes, you show that you focus on what the person is saying and that you focus on the person. Like nobody else and nothing else matter than the person. What do you think?
I love it. I love it because there's two things that you were mentioning that really struck a chord with me, and that was focus and attention. You know, having focus and attention means so much. I think that it means a lot when it comes down to communication. So as we get older and you're speaking with somebody, you sit down and you talk with them and you look them in the eyes, it means that you actually are paying attention to whatever they're saying. At least that's what it comes across. Now, there's the second part to that is being able to communicate well when the time comes for you to actually respond. So, but this intentional work, looking someone in the eyes, teaching someone intentionally that at a young age, I think that it'll benefit youth. I think there's also a caveat with this, Liddy, and that is the cultural differences between people all over the world. In America, I believe that it's very important because it establishes a couple of things, right? It establishes respect. When my son looks me in the eyes and tells me that he did what I asked him to do, or he didn't do it I asked him to do, or he needs help, it establishes that he respects me, that he respects what I'm about to say, and that he's willing and opening himself up to receive this dialogue. So those are very, very big things, especially in our culture. Here in the States, it's very big because you're going to eventually find that same culture in the majority of jobs that we go to or that he'll go to. The second thing is is respect or worth, I should say, and value. I tend to feel in our culture that somebody who looks down or doesn't want to look at you when they're speaking, doesn't want to look into your eyes, doesn't, I tend to feel that they show those more timid things, that maybe they don't have a great deal of self confidence,
Mm.
that maybe they're unsure about themselves. And so in American culture, being having some pride of yourself is very important. And I don't mean like pride in like the bad way of pride. I just mean self-value, self-worth. And I think that a lot of that translates between eye contact. And I feel like this is a part of what you're discussing when you're saying, hey, teach your children to look you in the eye, because it gives them the understanding that we're both humans.
Yes.
And there's a certain level that we share together, even if I do have more knowledge or I have something that I can offer more, we are still humans. And there is a mutual respect.
Yes, and I love that because when you have a 3 years old, and if you want that child to look in your eyes, you need to get down. You need to be at the
Mm,
eye level. So as you said, now you can acknowledge the child and say that, I see you. I'm going to ask you something. I want you to pay attention to me as much as I want to take care of you and to show you that I'm seeing you and I'm hearing you. And then you step down and you are at the child eye level. So now there is not look up or look down, but there is, okay, let's have a conversation. I'm going to step because you cannot, grow in a minute, but I'm going to step down and have that conversation. And also at the same time, you show your child, that the eyes is the window of the soul. Many will tell you
yes.
that. So now you can say, okay, I can feel, I can see, because eyes are talking. Many times I look at my children and they know that, that face mean that, they know that eyes mean, okay, sit down, or okay, get up, okay, talk, okay, let's do something. Oh, what's going on? Just with your eyes you can talk. And that's why it's so important to teach that to your child. Let's have that conversation, and the conversation start with the eyes.
Mm, that's deep. You took those words right out of my mind while you're talking. I was thinking about the eyes of the window to the soul. So I love that. And I'm glad that you said that. It just shows our synergy so much and so often when things like that happen. You know, when I think about the eyes being the window to the soul, it reminds me of a couple of things. One of them is honesty, the other one is trust, right? Because when someone looks into your eyes, it's very hard to hide intentions, especially as we get older. For young people, for 3 year olds, 4 year olds, I mean, it is so crystal clear to see where they're going, or if they're up to no good in the back of their minds and they're just like nodding their heads, hoping that you'll move on. You can see those things, right? The funny thing about it is, as we get older, our eyes are still telling on us. So it made me think about how important eye contact is from parents to youth and how that translates later on in life. My kids would tell me that when I looked at them a certain way, and I'm not going to make the face because I don't think I'll do it right, but they say, "Oh, Dad, when you get that face, then it's like it's on." And I don't know what that face looks like. It's my face. I don't see my face. You
It's,
know,
it's the daddy face.
it's the dad's face. That's what it is. But the other thing is that I have worked really hard on making sure that I have and present another face. We can call that the dad face too for me, but
Yes.
it's my love face for my children. It's the, hey, I'm looking across the room and this means I love you. I believe in you. And I know you can do this without saying a word face. It's the eyes that say, I trust you no matter what. And I'm willing to stand by your side across the room when my words cannot express it. It's the eyesight that says, I love you. And that's the reason why you can trust me, because I mean good for you. And I think that as parents, if we recognize that we have the ability to communicate through our eyes and to deliver these types of deeper messages, then before we even open our mouth and sometimes say something that we should not or don't want or need to pull back, then maybe, just maybe, we can allow that light, that love to shine, show our children, bring them into our compassion, our love, our commitment to their well being by this way, showing them that we are committed, honest, and true. And that in that moment, they too will grow into the same type of individual.
Correct. To be committed, honest, and true. And you can see that then it's going to be a snowball effect, because the child will be like this in the professional life. So the child, the person, the adult will be like this also in the marital situation with other, partner, also with the friends and everything. So that's why it's so important to teach that at an early age. Don't assume that the child is too little to look at you in the eyes, or you are too high to get down, because that skill, look at the person in the eye, has like a advantages that we have no idea. But then, years later, we can see and notice that, we did the right thing, modeling, looking at the person that in the eye. So, I want also to invite our audience, use the comment box and let us know, do you look at your child in the eyes? Is it difficult for you? Because sometimes we don't teach that to our children because we cannot do it. Sometimes people, they are too shy, or they don't know, they're not sure. But we need to practice and look at the person in the eyes. As Joel said, is going to show commitment, honesty, and truth. And it's so important to have those three elements in our life. So don't forget to comment, tell us if you need any support, any strategies. Maybe your teenager is always on the phone and you cannot have that eye heart to heart conversation, and we are here to help you. Go check Joel at Tenacity Foundation, and also myself at All About Family with Lydie Paul on YouTube. We are here to serve you, to teach you even more, so you can start modeling the right behaviors, so your child can become what God's called him or her to be. Thank you again, and let's talk more in the next video about keeping a calm voice, face, and body. It goes together. The face is not just about the eyes, but also about those three: voice, face, and body.
Love it. All right, y'all. We love you. Have a great one.
Thank you.